All right, we need to download a version of Godot that supports the C# web export. Currently, Godot 4 does not support it, so we'll download a previous one of Godot 3. Search for 3.5.1, which is a version I like. Then make sure to download the .NET version. Paste it to the desktop and extract. Just do extract here. And we're going to execute it. What we need now is a folder for the project. Copy that, new project, and paste it. Give it a name, and we'll change it to OpenGL ES 2.0 because it recommends that for web games. You can get 3.0 to work, but generally I work on 2.0, and then right before I do the art passes, I bump it up to 3.0 to make sure compatibility is there. So we're going to make a new scene. Make that a 3D scene. We'll add a sprite 3D. Set it to an icon, and then add a camera. Pull that back. And then we want to make this the main scene, so it uses it by default. And then we're going to touch a script and change it from GDScript to C#. And we can add a print line indicating that this comes from C#. Then if we try to build, it will fail. So what we need to do is download .NET, but we'll check out the instructions documentation to make sure we follow the steps. And here, just change it to 3.51. So that was stable. We changed to 3.5 because we had downloaded 3.5. And then here should be a .NET link. And you can click install on Linux, and we'll install for Debian if you're on Ubuntu. And then you copy this, open it in a terminal, and you should pay attention to what you're copying and pasting into terminals, but in this case, we are downloading .debian and installing it. And then next, we're going to update and install .NET SDK. And now it should be on the machine. But we also need to install Mono Complete, and this is so that we can debug C# and VS Code. You technically don't need this to build if you're not planning to debug. And now that we have that downloaded, we're going to go to the editor settings, and then under Mono Builds, we're going to change this to .NET CLI. And then now when we click Build, it should work. And you can see success with 0 warnings, 0 errors. Now we're going to set this up for it to export to the web. So manage export templates and download those templates. And then if we go to export, add HTML5, and then now we can run it. So the first run is just locally on the desktop. And we can see that the log printed hello from C#. And then next we'll run it from HTML. So click the HTML button, and now it's running. We can go to more tools, developer tools, or web tools. And then in the console, we can find hello from C#. So we know our C# code is executing in a web environment. So we'll stop the HTTP server by clicking that and doing stop. And now what we need to do is be able to debug. So we'll download VS Code. And we're going to debug on the desktop side of it. But click the .deb to download the installer. And there's the .deb. And we'll just manually install this from the terminal. So dpackage-i, and then the deb file. We'll say yes so we can get updates. Let's say yes here. Now the VS Code is installed and we can launch it. I exit out of this first time user experience, and for extensions, we're going to install the Godot C# extension. This is specifically for Godot 3, as I understand it. And there's the version. I'm going to disable auto update and then install it. And note that this is from an individual, not from Godot. So if that concerns you, you may not want to use this workflow. I'm going to trust the publisher. So these are the 4 extensions you need: MonoDebug, the C# tools for Godot, the C# for Microsoft, and the .NET install tool. Next, we're going to open the folder of our project. We're going to trust it since it's our project. And first, we're going to use the Godot extension to generate the .launch.json and .test.json so that we can build and run. So the launch has a pre-launch task for build, and in the task we have a build, but this is for the mono build, so we're going to rename it to old Godot build. And we're going to use .NET to generate the .NET builds. And so there we've added build task. And if we go to launch, you can see that the launch mono is still using the build task. So it's going to use the .NET one. And now we can drop a breakpoint in our C#, and we'll add another line. It has autocomplete, so that seems to be working. And then we're going to switch this to launch so that it will play the game rather than the editor, and start debugging, which will kick off a .NET build. And then if that succeeds, we are now debugging the game. So you can see we're stepping over and the log lines are populating. And it popped up the Godot window. And so now we can just run the HTML browser again and see that it is still reflecting our changes. We've got another line from C#. And we'll stop the server. And then we can export it by exporting. And then we want to make a new folder for exports. And then within that folder, we want to make an HTML folder. So this is like if we were going to distribute it for a game jam. And then we can name that index.html just to avoid issues. Disable the export with debug to make a smaller export. Save it. Now that it's exported, we can go to that folder, exports HTML, and there's our index.html. In a terminal, we can ask Python to run an HTTP server to serve this game, and then go to it. And we can test our exported game. You can see the C# lines are there. And note, you can change this to GLS 3, which is a lot better for point lights and omni lights. You might want to build and test to make sure everything works. The basics seem to work, so depending on what you're doing, you may can get a more advanced lighting model than the GLS 2 version.